Let's see though, we're going to jump in onto the next game, and the next match would be happening in... I totally forgot because of how
It's Kalahari.
wowed I am. Kalahari. Sniper's Nest. And Skrillex, he's going to rock it this time around.
Ooh, all of Kagendra sticking to the outskirts of Council Hall. That's a nice move. Where are DRS though? It seems like they tried to take the high ground instead. They use the tire and get up on the first floor. But Pratik, Thakuri and Asalu don't take the first floor just yet. They try to go around the other side. Both the teams have basically just exchanged spawn positions now, and now Kagendra used the same tire to come in from backstab. Stroex will be very surprised to see this move, but luckily, his teammates have given him the information already, because if they don't really see Kagendra while pushing all the way to the other end of Council Hall, there's only one possibility. And all of DRS is just converting around that staircase now.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, they're converting in their surprise that they didn't put up that smoke vortex in the staircase. And there goes the Flame Mirage, Kiba, and Dead. Getting real close. There goes the jump. There goes the backstab. G18 in hand, but unfortunately, Kiba is the one who goes down first. A fast action, but a trade-off from both teams. Still have Ace Alu, who might be able to do it, but unfortunately, Kagendra beats them to it.
A lovely split push from Kagendra. Jojo staying far away from his team with that M500 actually pays off dividends, because he manages to shoot down anyone who's not looking in his general direction. I mean, look at Pratik use that. It's so good. Like, the fact that he managed to get that site elimination is crazy, but then he dashes right through the flames, and then it's just done. Like, all his efforts are down the drain.
Well, let's see though. I mean, this is a chance for them to recover Santa Catarina. And Stroex does have a weapon, but the winners of previous round does have more. Double on the Kingfisher, and Jojo would be one of them. Raz also bring in that Kingfisher, but they need to get into that third floor. Not quite sure if that is intended to use at this with the smoke vortex. But if that is, and that is great placement. Pratik already on the ground, and a push coming from Kagendra to make sure the Pratik will not be picked up.
Jojo confirms the elimination onto Pratik. Kiba does find Thakuri, because Thakuri went in a little too deep without the cover of his teammates. He extended, and he was punished for it appropriately. Jojo tries to close in the distance against Stroex, forcing Stroex to dip back on the other side of that ship. He still climbs back and gets dead. He has the audacity to re-peek, and now he's going on the low round to find Jojo. That would have been ridiculously good, but Jojo is just a bit too healthy. And that Kingfisher can't really pop him back down in time.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive as well. If he bought a little bit more time, he might be able to make that shot. But again, if you're in the flow, he is in the flow state in there, and it's just Jojo had more HP as well as a headshot in there coming from Jojo.
Yeah.
So up close and personal, mid-range, I would say, with that Kingfisher is deadly in hands of a great sniper. But both of them are. So let's see who's going to change the story later on, especially with Stroex with the BSK right now.
Oh, it's Stroex. I'm starting to feel scared on behalf of Kagendra now. That VSK can be deadly in his hands. Two smoke vortexes, one on the mouth of the pyramid, the other one on the airdrop. Asalu and Dead both fighting each other, but Asalu has to bite off more than he could chew, because Keeper also steps in to help out his teammate. Dead desperately trying to chase Pratik, but Dead, he slices and dices Pratik, gets the elimination as well, and Thakuri can't do anything. Neither can Asalu. They're forced to watch their teammate get sliced up in front of their eyes. At least Stroex lands a long-range shot onto Jojo, and finally Asalu exacts revenge for what happened to his fallen teammate. But Raz still has his life left in him, gets pushed up, and DRS get their first round.
The way I'm seeing it, how Ace Alu is moving right now, the timing is so precise. This is one example. As you can see, he runs, he jumps, and he makes that shot. And then the same thing he did with Raz. He runs, he jumps, and still makes it. No pressure at all for Ace Alu, and he haven't triggered that Crimson Crush even yet. So what more if he has that active skill? And I'm loving this guy right now. Even more from what Stroex has done, he is bringing that Orion Crimson Crush into justice.
Ooh, Asalu once again extending ahead. He's near the tents. And I'm starting to feel scared. If both Kiba and Dead rush him at the same time, Ace Alu will have to land the Crimson Crush of his lifetime to prevent getting traded over there because his teammates can't provide any backup. Maybe they can pepper down Dead and Kiba as they try to cross the gap between tents, but that's still a very narrow window that DRS will have to nail.
Let's see though. Flame Mirage triggered to the side of Dead. Information has been relayed already, but Raz doesn't have an opening. Take a shot. And what who he is looking for is Strowex. So if he will be able to at least see him through a window, he'll give that information, probably full push. But how can you do it? Basic therapy connection already on Ace Alu, and there's little to no chance that Kagendra can move back from this engagement. The Blues closing in, and it's more of DRS putting so much of pressure. Pratik prones in the ground. Great position to take. It's a good thing that Ice Grenade doesn't hit him.
Ooh, Ace Alu just about gets away from there. But now both Takuri and Ace Alu have to stay behind only glue walls that can be peppered down by Raz. Strowex will have to somehow keep Raz in checks, and he does! He finds the angle. Strowex also gets Jojo. Oh my god, that long-range cover fire is just ridiculous, and now his teammates press the attack on. Wow. They built it up for so long, and the execution is just beautiful.
I'm not seeing any resolution to what DRS is bringing to the table right now. Kagendra will need to make it work. Now, one thing that we've seen, especially in this kind of situation, is put up a smoke vortex in the spine, a little bit too close to the side of where DRS would be stepping in, and that would be a great opening for Kagendra at this point. But the only risk, though, is if they go for the flank on the left side from where DRS is, then they will be in a good opening as well.
Wow.
Early damage onto 3 players. Nothing like there's nothing that Kagendra was expecting.
They'll have to burn so much of their time healing now. Like, you could see how much Kagendra wanted to get up closer towards the center of that spine. How much they wanted to get map control, but now they have nothing to work with. Oh, Keeper down on the ground, gets peppered by Takuri from above, and now Ace Alu from below could have finished him off, but Ace Alu loses that fight. Strowex finally makes it count, and Takuri drops down to the ground to finish off what his teammate started, leaving it once again in the capable hands of Jojo. But this might just be too tall of a task for him, as Pratik sprays him down with that level 3 MP5.
Well, there's so much that you can do right there. If you miss that shot, level 3 MP5 would shred you. And we just witnessed that happen. But I'm loving the patience as well as, DRS opening opportunities for their players. They don't have that much of running space, especially for those aggressive push that is being done by Pratik and Takuri. But they are just waiting for that perfect opportunity. Ace Alu being that distraction, and Strowex, that initial frag that threw off the push from Kagendra. That is absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema indeed. Jojo also picks up the VSK now. Little does he know that there's like 3 members on DRX who are using the VSKs. Strowex was using the double VSKs. So yeah, this is just going to be Sniper's Paradise. Refinery, always supposed to be the map where you have to be very, very careful. That nade is chonky. 104 damage onto Pratik. If they had anything to break open those glue walls right now, Pratik would probably be down on the ground already. But Kagendra will have to work harder to get that first knock.
Let's see. Dead and Raz will be forced out. Glue walls wasted. Strowex does have an angle against Kiba. It was shot coming from Pratik, if not Ace Alu, who damages him. So he gives a little bit of backup and waiting for Raz and Kiba to rush in. There goes Valiant Dash. But unfortunately for Strowex, he's the first one to go down. The same goes for Ace Alu. So the ace, or the 2 aces for the side of DRS already down. But we still have Pratik and Takuri, who we might see in a good spot. But unfortunately, Jojo spots him. Pratik couldn't even make it through to the glue wall, and Kagendra will be able to equalize and probably carry it over into the next round.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need. One really brave push. Use that Valiant Dash to get in there and surprise the hell out of DRS, because you got Ace Alu and Strowex both setting up their eliminations, both just peppering away, chipping away at your health. And when you find out that one of them is all alone, you pile up on top of him. You just go full sending it in and get that numbers advantage. The moment you have it, the rest of DRS will crumble.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, isolation. That is what they need to do. Great position on that smoke vortex next to the cyber airdrop. And Ace Alu right now just waiting for the opportunity. But I think a little bit too close though. But a Woodpecker, not a weapon that you would use in this battle. There goes Flame Mirage, blocking any approach to that cyber airdrop. And that forces DRS to move away. Now, the Kagendra is still safe. Jojo, not so. But he managed to recover. And the battle in the mid still continues.
Oh, Ace Alu really wants to challenge Dead to this fight. He's trying to land the jump shots. But Dead doesn't take any damage. So Ace Alu's attempts have been in vain so far. He has to back off and reconsider his position. Has to play in tandem with Pratik. Take a look at Takuri though. He's closing in the distance against Jojo. And if Jojo doesn't take this into account, then he can take 3 shots at Raz and Dead. I think they found him. So Takuri has to reposition now once again, but Raz can't help him out. Ace Alu tries to step in, but he's a little too late. Pratik and Kiba locked in action over here, but Pratik has to take shots against Takuri as well. No, there's nothing that he can do now. Raz down on the ground. Keeper can't revive him. He has to deal with Pratik first. Can the Woodpecker get the elimination? It's Stroex who helped him out. Lovely backup. 1v2 now against Jojo.
Yeah, let's see if Jojo can make this through. Seems like Stroex is still a threat. And the moment he peaks, he goes down. That is an X factor that even Jojo was not expecting. And great position coming from Stroex. I mean, he has Overwatch on everyone, not even challenge on his position. And like, despite of how well Kagendra is moving in against Pratik, and even against Takuri, who was a straggler, I would say, in that initial push, they still couldn't make a move because Stroex was just hitting them, making sure that they don't move that much if they get hit by that BSK.
Damn. This is getting close, man. Kagendra have all the cyber airdrop points. They don't even need to go for the center anymore. Pratik and Ace Alu going towards the high ground. Stroex still very close to spawn. But take a look at Kagendra. They also want to close in on the high ground area. Yep. Takuri can make the play towards the cyber airdrop, but Pratik gets cornered by all 3 players, and Ace Alu realizes that he's chewed on a little more than he can handle. He tries to run away. Stroex with the perfect backup from afar. He gets 2! No way! No way he saves Ace Alu like that, and Ace Alu has the time to heal up and reposition as well. My god, that backup is beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it seems like Kagendra was expecting Stroex to be on that up higher ground, but they didn't anticipate that Stroex would be on this other side, so they just forced, or DRS just forced Kagendra to be in the open and clear view of Stroex. And that was an awesome play. Now, the numbers is on the favor of DRS right now. Even Takuri doesn't need to move that much. The blue will be closing in, and they have the center of this area. Kagendra split up a little bit too thin, I would say. And there's no chance that they can survive unless they bring down Stroex. And that shot, if that was a headshot, he's already down, and that would throw up the game of DRS.
Triple kill.
Yeah, but Jojo can't land that shot, nor can he save his own life, and he gets pushed. DRS are looking to close this game out. And the moment Pratik fell to the floor, I thought Ace Alu was a dead man. I had no idea that Stroex would be able to save his life like a guarding angel. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a halo over his head at this point.
Oh, yeah. I'm loving how well these players from DRS are communicating. I mean, it's very difficult to communicate, especially with the pressure as well as the rush. Like how quick Kagendra is doing this. But well, there's little chance right now for Kagendra to ease up because DRS is already on match point. Now, Stroex being waited on, but I'm pretty sure he also has sight on Jojo. Does he move away? And great reposition. On the other side, Kagendra will need to deal with the 3 players of DRS. And there goes Pratik down. Another one who might be able to give them a chance of winning this fight. And Ace Alu also on the ground.
Woo! Takuri, great retaliation. Stroix gets a double. This man is on fire. There's absolutely no saving anyone. But Kagendra tried to attempt the res. Raz still trying to go for his fallen teammates, but he gets sniped off for Stroix yet again. Stroix has to be the MVP of this game if they manage to win it right here and now. But he's got a tall 1v3 ahead of him. And they are closing in the distance. Raz finally gets him. And Kagendra denied DRS the match end right now. They are not done yet. God, this fight was claustrophobic.
I don't know what's happening right now, because the way I'm looking at it, Stroix is just finishing them off. But the thing is, the Blues close also forced him into that center, thus doesn't have to move that much. But what is happening? We are back in confinement. The same area where same area where DRS failed, but only the tables has been turned, or positions has been turned. So let's see who's going to take a 1-up on this. Will this be an equalizer by Kagendra or a finisher by DRS?
Kagendra take the center of the containers, engulfed into flames instantly. They try to corner Pratik, but he's looking in the wrong direction. Kiba gets him from behind. Ace Alu already used his Crimson Crush. He can't use any more of his abilities, so he does get the knock, but he can't get away from there. Kiba's the only one down on the ground, and Kagendra can get the numbers advantage, but Raz also confirms one more. Stroix, the survivor, the savior. Can he strike again? Yes, he can. Gets dead. 2 more to go. 2 more frags needed to close out this game. He's healing passively, but will that be enough? Because Raz is closing in. Raz goes for the pre-fire, and Kagendra equalize the scoreline.
Well, what more chances does Kagendra have in that game? Stroix was left all alone, still dealing that much damage, but because of how slow Stroix is getting close, doesn't have the weapon as well as utility to do it. He was giving enough time for Kagendra to recover, and the numbers just went against him. Now, both teams are on match point. Both teams has an opportunity to either end it or continue to game number 3. The only thing that we are seeing right now is Stroix hitting those shots.
Kagendra this time change up their approach. All 3 of them go towards the high ground. But Ace Alu once again isn't alone over here. Pratik is with him. Ace Alu uses the Crimson Crush, tries to get away. He drops the Chrono as well, and somehow all the shots have been survived. Pratik with the Chrono of his own forces Kagendra to fall back and regroup. They survived the initial encounter, Neptune.
Yeah, it seems like they also bought a little bit of stuffy from that store, and that saved them a little bit. Now we'll see if Stroix will be able to land this shot with an AWM. No surprise, but we won't be seeing a lot of those movement compared to what we've seen in confinement. So it will be a slow shot from both Jojo as well as Stroix. But Stroix spotted, Jojo missed the shot, and with that clue, gets more information, but it doesn't last that long.
Oh my god, the suspense is absolutely killing me over here. How is this last round so slow? No margin for error. And Takuri, he forces the error out of Kagendra. He snipes off Kiba while he tries to make the cross. That nade is chonky. Kiba gets downed again when they try to go for the revival. And now even Dead is dead. Takuri and Ace Alu close in the distance. They want to put this team in the ground. 6 feet under. They bury their opponent.